Hi there, Jeremy here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a survey using Google, just like this survey that I know many of you that have, that are Zookle members have actually filled out this actual survey that you're looking at. So I'm going to show you how to create a survey. And what we need you to do is come up to I'm in Google Chrome, okay? So I want to make sure that you're signed into your Google Plus account. So you click on a new tab. And then in the Google search bar here, just put in Google Plus, click enter, and click on this, the first link at the top there. And as you can see, I'm actually signed into Google Plus. All right. So the next thing I need you to do is let's close that out, and let's open a new tab. This time we're going to pop in here Google Drive, and click enter. And you want this link at the very top here that says Google Drive, cloud storage, file backup, and photos, and blah blah blah. And so I'm going to click on that. This one's for the UK. Obviously, if you wherever you are in the world, it will give you a different link than .co.uk. But I'm in the UK, so I click on that. That will take me over to this page, and all I want to do is go to Google Drive. Now, as you can see, I've got lots of documents in here already, but what you need to do is to create a new document. So click on this big red button. That's going to give you this drop-down menu. And what you're looking for is you go down to More and then go over to Google Forms. So let me bring this one over here. So here's our survey that I created. Now I'm going to show you how to put these books on in a moment. But first off, we want to give our document a title. So I've called mine Adults Only. So I'm just going to highlight that and copy that. Obviously, you call your form what you want it to be. And where it says Form Title, just highlight that, remove all that out there, and pop your title in there. So I'm going to just call this free because I did a test run before I made this video. Then the description. I've given a little bit of spiel about myself and what this survey is for. So obviously you write your description, but for quickness, I'm just going to copy and paste that into there. And now I need to create my questions, okay? So my first question, let's come over to here. Well, I've asked, what's your name? And if you can see on my form, it says that the required field has got this little star at the end of it. So let's go back over to my form, and I'm going to put what's your name? And then you've got this little drop-down menu here that says, it starts off by default says multiple choice. But if you click on that, what we want it to be is a text box, because we only want someone to put in a piece of information in here, okay? They don't get a choice of answers because obviously they're going to know their name. And then what we do is we put our mouse in here and click there and put a tick in that box that says required questions. That means they've got to answer it. Once you've done all that, just click done. So now you've got your first question, your title and your description. So now let's add the second question. So all you do is click on add item, and let's go over to here. My second question was, what was your email address? So obviously we want to collect the email address so we know who we're talking to, who's filling out the survey. Again, you don't have to ask that question if you don't want to. And then we're going to, this drop down says, as you can see, multiple choice by default. We want that to be text because obviously they're going to know their email address and we just want to give them a text box. We want it to be a required field, and in this case I'm going to say done. So I've got the first two questions set up, and then as I come down again, the next one is a multiple choice question. So I'm just going to copy this, which is, are you a Zookle member? And I'm going to put that, so now I want to add an item. Put my question in there, and now it's multiple choice. So the first question answer, I've given them a pre-answer, which in this case I've said no. So I'm just going to pop my mouse in there, get rid of that option 1 and type in no. That's that answer. Let me just do that again. So I'll do it not capitals, but no. Then I need to go, create the second answer. So I've said here, yes, I'm beginner's package. So I click in this little box. Can you see it's slightly greyed out at the bottom? That says option 2. So bang, I put in there, are you that, beginners? Then yes, I'm an intermediate package. Again, obviously you set these up, and I click in that box here again. You set these up, related to what you want to ask the people on your survey. And then I've got the last question is, yes, I'm an advanced package. So I'll pop that into there, and I want to make this required. So they have to give me one of these answers. As you can see, they're radial boxes, they're called. So they have to give one. They can't give multiple choice and choose more than one. They can only choose one, okay, because they're radial boxes and not a tick box. So once I've done that, make sure that you've ticked this box again that says, the question needs to be answered, required. And there you go. So you start to build your questions up. Now, let's just say that, I've built my questions here. So I'm not going to go all through these. But let's just say I've got the question. I want to change the order. I think, I would rather that go up above that one. So let's just say I want to put the email address above the name. So all I do is, you see, you get this little, I don't know what you want to call that. Your cursor's got these 4 arrows in it. So you just left click on your mouse and you drag that up the screen. Obviously, I want the name first. So I'm going to drag that back down the screen and put it underneath there. But I can move this about anywhere I like, okay? Now, what I can do as well is change the theme. As you can see, my one's got these books at the top. So if you come up here, you click at the top here, it says change theme. You get all these themes that come down the right-hand side here. You just choose one. You can upload your own one. I don't think you need to bother with that. I think Google give you some great themes. So if you've got a survey about traffic, you might want to use this one. Okay, and then what you can do is you can view your form live. So let's go and have a look what the form looks like. So there's my little cars at the top there, adults free, and my questions are in here. And then when somebody clicks this button, what happens then? Well, if I come back over to Google Drive, if you can see here at the top here, let's go here. Well, you've got it on both screens. This is the live view, but you've got this send form, and you've also got it on here. This is the actual form itself. Okay, so that's what your form looks like. Sorry, so I'll just close that. But now what you'll do now is you want to click on this button that says send form. So you click on that, and it gives you this here. Now this is the link that you would use to promote, that you would give your the people that you want to fill out your your survey. I tend to think this link's a bit ugly, so I tend to use the shortened link. It gives me a nice short link, so you copy that, save that in a text file or wherever you want. So obviously you can share this on Google Plus, Facebook, and Twitter if you want to. You can embed it on your blog. So you click on this here, it gives you a bit of code that you can embed on your blog or your website, wherever you want to do. Click done. Now, what happens when somebody fills out the information on this form? It gets added to a document inside your Google Drive, okay? So if you click on this button here that says view responses, if anybody would have filled out this form, the information gets added into these fields at the bottom. So these represent, that obviously is the time stamp when they actually filled out their form. What's your name? So their name's going to be in that field. What's their email address is going to be in there. And the answers to their questions, okay? Now, I'm not going to show you how to use these tools here, but this basically gives you the information, then you can, get that information and find out, what the answers are. So you just need to keep a record of this link up here so you can go there quickly. You could either bookmark this if you wanted, so you can get to this quickly from your browser, or, of course, you can come back to Google Drive, and if I just put in here adults free, there we go, responses. You see, Google Drive actually save it for you, okay, and that will be in your list of documents here. And if you're like me, you've got lots and lots of documents, then all you need to do is just to search for the keyword of the name of your document. Okay, so go and make yourself a survey like the one I've just showed you. By all means, we would love to see your surveys and see, so we can give you some feedback and tell you what we think. Again, this is not compulsory, this part of it, but I highly recommend that you get your head round making surveys, because this is going to be a fantastic tool so that you can get to know your subscribers, the people on your list, and so that you know what they need, what help they need in their business. And this will be a great tool so that you can design and have a strategy in place that's going to help your subscribers to make money working on the internet. You're going to get to know them, and you're going to be able to monetize this at a later stage. Okay. So with that, my name's Jeremy. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next module.